I didn't know the Tim Boyle, Dan Patrick connection of Eastern Kentucky University.
Yeah.
No, this all come together.
Yeah. Little Timmy Boyle, Eastern Kentucky. He stayed there a little longer than I did. Well, he got to play. He had a coach who actually liked him. Timmy Boyle. I'm over it, though. Do you know I still hold a grudge? I hold a grudge.
You?
Yeah.
No.
Go figure. I hold a grudge with the coaching staff at Eastern Kentucky. And you know what? They did the right thing. Like, I couldn't help you. You didn't have a three-point shot back then. But I still go, how could you not?
In all seriousness, I'm going to ask you a serious question. If I took you back to 18 years old and you said, I want to play college basketball, and it doesn't matter where I go, was there a smaller school or a couple smaller schools where you said, in retrospect, I could have gone there and had a lot of fun and got a lot of run?
Yeah, I probably would have done either Division III or Division II. Then I know I could have played. It's just at the time there was no three-point shot, and that's what I did. You know, I was known as Mr. Outside.
There's no D in D3 either. Perfect for you.
Yeah.
But was there a school you're like, boy, that's a nice little place?
Well, they called me Ann Patrick.
Right.
The D was silent. Yes, Seton.
I don't really remember what it was like without a three-point shot. So this is going to probably sound really stupid.
Yeah.
But was it weird to be an outside shooter when it still only counted for 2 points? Like, was it weird to like shoot from deep? Be like, why are you shooting from all the way out there, man? It's just 2 points.
No,
Get it in closer.
They didn't guard you because there's no three-point line that they had to get up on you. They would let you shoot from deep.
Yeah.
And so it was an advantage. But if they had a three-point line, then people would have been crowding. I would have faced more box and ones, let's put it that way, than I did. But no, I'm over it. I have so moved on. So moved on. But I didn't want to be big man on campus on a small campus.
Oh, that's the best. Go to like a Denison or Heidelberg over there in Ohio.
Wittenberg was one, and they were a really good basketball team. But no, I was all over the map in schools that, you know, like BYU. Imagine getting a letter from BYU, and I'm going, BYU? Or Air Force Academy. Yeah, McLovin.
BYU, famously, you can't have beer at BYU, right?
I know. I wouldn't have done well there.
But did you say Eastern Kentucky was kind of dry,
Yes,
too?
it was very dry. You couldn't have girls in your room?
Actually, you could. You just didn't? Or you,
Convenient excuse.
Okay.
I made up that rule in college, too, that there's no girls in my room. But I think at Southern Illinois, they totally allowed it.
No.
I felt like my room had no girls.
We would have, and I'm trying to remember because I've tried to forget, so I'm trying to remember now, but I think you could have visitation.
Conjugal?
Once a week. Like there was a day where you could have girls in your room, but the door had to be ajar.
What?
And it had to be get ready for this. You had to be respectful as if you were playing a game of pool. One leg was always on the floor.
These like in the freshman rules?
Yes. No, everybody at Eastern Kentucky.
Oh, man. Now, you didn't know these before you...
I didn't play pool, so I was like, okay, what's that mean? You got to have one leg on the floor at all times.
Our 5 college experiences are very interesting. Seton got the boot. I was there for about 8 years.
Not technically.
Yeah. It was a mutual decision to leave.
I was actually, believe it or not, in the year 1997 when this would have been, I would have had to live under very similar conditions to what Dan just talked about. Very strict rules about my...
Fritzy stayed at home in his mom's apartment in college.
My door had to be half open as well.
Yeah.
I've got cookies, Mom.
You were at a dry school with no girl visiting?
For 2 years, though. I made up for lost time at Dayton.
In Dayton, it was...
Dayton, it was Caligula.
That's awesome.
You were allowed to have some fun there at Dayton. But Eastern Kentucky, no, not allowed to have fun.
McLovin, I think, had a girlfriend in college, which is nuts.
We had like 60% of our class was male, so we had to play the odds. But Caligula, that's not...
We had some fun. I'm overstating it by just a little bit there.
And by the way, you know, I've told you this, Dayton's like known as impossible to get into now. I don't know if it was like that then. Is that the best when your college gets harder to get into?
It was impossible to get out of Dayton back then. You didn't want to leave. I stayed on campus until I was 24
Nice.
because I had a job locally.
Wooderson.
I was, but I had a house off campus, 236 Lowe's Street, and I graduated, and I was working at a local radio station, and I said, why would I leave? I'm paying like $100 a month in rent, and I lived off campus with guys who were still in college.
You're like an RA. You're like the guy to buy beer.
Oh, yeah. $19 before the hour. Foghat. Oh, slow ride. Take it easy. Dayton's best. Yeah! I'd still be there off campus. They allowed me to. Take a break. Play of the day up next here on the Dan Patrick Show.